Hi guys, it's ASPYT and this is the brand new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold3 5G, the latest full-featured foldable smartphone from the company. It launches today alongside the other smaller foldable, the Z Flip 3 5G, and I was lucky enough to get hands-on with both at the Samsung KX Centre down in London a few days ago. I do have a video coming specifically on the Flip 3, so sub for that if you're interested, but right now to the casing point at hand, the Fold 3, and drop a like on the video if you are a Samsung fan. So in terms of form factor, it's pretty much as you were from the previous generation, with a few minor but pretty impressive tweaks. So very solid premium structure, but Samsung promise the third gen is even more durable both on the outside and within. Firstly, the outer material is made of Gorilla Glass Victus, the strongest glass manufactured by Corning, and the hinge and frame is made from what they call armour aluminium, which is apparently 10 times stronger than before, and the strongest material ever made on a smartphone. Sounds a little bit like Apple marketing. So the material is stronger, but also lighter as well, not that I could really notice the difference. The Fold 3 also has the highest ever water resistant rating on a foldable smartphone, foldable I might add, with an IPX8 rating, which basically means it can be submerged in water for up to 30 minutes, but crucially, it has not been tested or has failed the dust test rating, which is understandable considering the form factor, but something to note. And while we're on note, RIP. Let's pour one out for that beautiful phone series. Let me know in the comments if you are devastated that we aren't seeing a Note series phone this August. Another hardware upgrade is the Inner Infinity Flex display, which has the exact same 7.6-inch size as the Fold 2 with a 120Hz refresh rate, but now has a new 80% more durable film, helping to prevent scratches, etc. according to Samsung anyway. Future tests will obviously either validate or invalidate that claim in due course. If you are going to be using the Fold 3 folded out, utilising that full display experience, then you will be getting what Samsung refer to as the most advanced immersive display Samsung have ever made. Again, this is their marketing words. Could be Apple's if you didn't know any better. There's definitely a trend here with the marketing. This display advancement provides a 29% increase in screen brightness and is referred to as Echo Square display technology. But that isn't the main talking point about that inner display. Oh no, because for the first time ever on a Galaxy smartphone, we have an under-the-display camera. Something that's been leaked for 3 or 4 years. Everyone's been craving this kind of technology going forwards. We've had it before on other manufacturers, ZTE for example, but never on a Samsung smartphone. And to be honest, without testing it in a great amount of detail, it looks really impressive. You can just about see the section where the 4-megapixel camera is housed, but only if you're really looking for it. Yes, the picture quality isn't quite as good as a standard camera, but I think the trade-offs of having that really fully fledged open display without being interrupted is worth that trade-off. The outer or cover screen is a 6.2-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X display and also has a 120Hz refresh rate. It works well for most of the sort of quick things that you may want to view, notifications, settings, calendar, etc., similar to what we saw on the Fold 2. I still feel it's possibly slightly narrower than I would like, but on the whole, it seems to do a great job. And on that narrow form factor, if they had have made it slightly wider, they could have made room for an S Pen, which is now compatible with the Fold 3, especially if they're getting rid of the Note series. Just a thought. You can use either the S Pen Pro or the S Pen Fold Edition, which can be placed in a specially designed Fold 3 case, but I would prefer to see it integrated into the phone. The Pro model pen supports air actions with BLE or Bluetooth Low Energy, and the Fold Edition has Air Command, where you can pause what you're watching or listening or to take photos with just one click. Having that S Pen support is a big plus for me, as signing documents, taking notes, or just being creative in general is ideal on this large folded out display. But yeah, housing it on the actual phone would be a better option for me personally. As expected, the Galaxy Fold 3 will be powered by the 5nm Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 chipset with up to 12GB of RAM and 512GB of UFS 3.1 storage. So multitasking, gaming, and really anything power intensive will be crushed with ease. Stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos add to that immersive experience, and multitasking on the whole is really nicely aided by some software tweaks. They have updated split view and the settings menu with mini icons now allowing you to jump to other menus without the need to flick backwards or forwards. And Samsung have also continued their software development with Google, Microsoft and many individual app companies to make sure more apps than ever are compatible with the Fold 3 screen. There is also a new Labs feature which enables you to resize app windows so you can use multiple apps at the same time, giving size preference to those of your choice, and the new pinned taskbar makes switching between apps a doddle. And then there's camera, something that probably won't spring to your mind in terms of priorities when we're talking about a foldable smartphone, but when the dust settles on all that lovely new shiny tech, then camera is still fairly important for a lot of people. So what do we have? Well, on the rear we have a triple lens setup made up of, it seems, the same 12 megapixel sensors as the Fold 2. Wide, ultra-wide and telephoto, 2x optical zoom. So nothing too groundbreaking, no crazy high megapixel counts like the 108 on the S21 Ultra, but in my very brief testing, it was everything you would expect from Samsung. Bright, vibrant and colourful, great for social media, impressive stabilisation, and plenty of customisable options to be creative. I'm pretty sure this won't be the best camera you can get on a flagship smartphone of 2021, but if camera is not the most important thing for you on a phone, then it will be more than good enough for you. You also have a 10 megapixel shooter on the cover display with the use of a punch hole cutout. I'm not sure why they didn't use the under the display technology on the cover photo as well. Cover photo? It's definitely not a cover photo on the cover display. Maybe there's a hardware reason for that, but I would have liked to have seen them get rid of the punch hole on there as well to give you the same full display experience that you get when it's folded out. Fingerprint sensor on the side, and the device supports 1 eSIM and 2 nano SIM, so no room for expandable storage unfortunately. One area that I do want to keep my eye on for my full review, which is coming very soon, is battery life, because we have a 4400 mAh dual battery setup here, which is actually slightly smaller than the Fold 2's 4500 mAh. Hopefully software optimization etc will help, but in terms of that all-day battery or a day and a half's battery that kind of everyone craves at the moment, hopefully it does the job well enough. But again, my full testing, my full review will showcase that hopefully for you. To be continued, I guess. All versions of the Fold 3 have a matte finish, and there are 3 colour options: Phantom Black, Silver and Green, and they will have a starting price of £1,599 UK or 1799 euros. Not sure the exact dollar, Indian rupees for example, conversions, but I'm sure that someone much brighter than me will have that listed somewhere on the internet. So remember to subscribe for my unboxing and full review videos, possible comparisons as well against other smartphones. Let me know what you think of the Fold 3. Is it a yes or is it a no, and why? Like the video if you enjoyed it and found it helpful. I love you and leave you. I'll see you in the next one. Says BYT, peace out.